What is going on? I'm ZMOT. We are going to be doing yet another Warships video. Warships coming in hot and heavy. Different tech tree coming to you today. So I've already shown you how to use Seekers on a Season 47. I've shown you how to use Bombardiers on Season 47. Now we're going to show you how to use Heavy Choppas and Rocket Choppas on, you guessed it, Season 47. All three of these strategies work great in Diamond. All three of these strategies can get you to Diamond. It all depends on how you want to do them though. So I got a little bit of help from this one from Mr. Orion. Big shout out to him for helping share some replays. First and foremost, went and got those Heavy Choppas. They're on the way to the 7 engine room level anyways. Great spot to be. And then I went back, and this is totally up to how you do it, obviously, but I went back and got this GBE node first. Getting that GBE node put me to 100% GBE. I have Heavy Choppas, I'm not using them. Then I got the GBE, my Seeker hits got better, my Bombardier hits or whatever would get better. Then I went and got the Rocket Choppas, still not using Heavy Choppas, still not using Rocket Choppas. Then finally, last but not least, got the heavies. I went through tanks, so I had to go back and get heavies. Not many people took that path, so you might have heavies already. Don't do this hit without Heavy Choppas. Don't do this hit without 100% GBE. This requires a lot of stuff. Bullit is sitting there at tick 4, so you need Bullit, you need Heavy Choppas, you need Rocket Choppas, you need 100% GBE, you need heavies, you need artillery max, you need barrage max. This is a lot of stuff. So Seekers might be better for you, Bombardiers might be better for you, but if you have all of the tools, let's show you the goodness. Now, you should be faster than I am. You should be in the neighborhood of 303, I think. Yeah, there we go. 303 was the first time I did it. Still learning this hit, still progressing. Now, my base, people have started to slow down a little bit because I got that extra building damage. That was what I got after all those offensive tools. Anyways, enough about what I've got, and let's show you some hits. I'll show you my fastest one against Smokey .01. This is the standard. So you drop Bullit on this beach. Now I'm using the smoke so he gets a little bit closer to that shock blaster. Didn't want Bullit to get hit by the shock blaster, then my Rocket Choppas to fly past him. And then on the left hand side, we drop that Heavy Choppa. Heavy Choppa gets over there. We drop five boats of Rocket Choppas on the left, 2 boats on the right, keeping Bullit out front. And now we're just barraging. We're gonna barrage 2 engine rooms, ideally in the neighborhood of 2 anyways, just throwing all of our GBE on those 2 farthest, keeping our Rocket Choppas alive, throwing that flare, and then finally getting that last engine room down. So pretty darn straightforward. We are throwing GBE at the farthest. So on my base, for example, you'd probably start over here and work towards here as this stuff works over here, and then you'd barrage out these 2 engine rooms. It's not a perfect science. Sometimes you only get like 1 3/4 and you have to flare the final one. Depends if you have to shock some things. Depends if part of the issue with this hit is that half of your attention is over here and half of your attention is over here. So you end up with like 66% attention if you're anything like me. So against Reaper, same sort of detail. I will show you at least 1 live hit, by the way, here. Same deal. We're dropping on this left-hand side. Come on, Zed. Drop some troops, would you? We are unpaused, right? What's going on here? There we go. Battle. Dropping some troops on that right-hand side. Bullit walking up. This Heavy Choppa, I have seen that Heavy Choppa die so early on, and you just absolutely fail. So that is how you're going to screw this up. Is your Heavy Choppa is going to get shot out of the sky way too early. As you can see there, I had to use a bunch of shocks on that boom cannon back there, but Bullit standing in, getting shot in the face. Quick note, I am using Energy Drink for this hit, not using Taunt, and so if you're going to be switching back to using Seekers, because you run across a clumped base or something like that, be extra triple super careful that you're not sending Bullit out there with Seekers using Energy Drink. You want Taunt, obviously. Now, Solid Snake, beating Solid Snake was extra great because they did that fake retreat bullcrap. And so I love to beat those players that pull off the fake retreat. Did the fake retreat thinking he was fancy and then had to take the L. So that was pretty nice. Same thing, Bullit out front, 2 Rocket Choppas on that right-hand ramp, 5 on that left-hand ramp, and once in a while throwing shocks at. I threw that shock back there a little bit too early, but it worked out because that cannon did go down. You can see here, I'm using bunches of GBE, probably more than I should. Need to work on getting this hit down. I don't have it perfected, but it should give you guys the basic template for kicking people's butts. As you see, opponent has retreated there. Yeah, retreated, but took the L, so suck it. Let's move on. A little bit aggressive there. Same deal. Like, this hit is cookie cutter. Same thing as that Bombardier hit. Seeker hits, less cookie cutter. Definitely need to be a little bit more careful with Seeker hits. And I was just losing sleep over Seeker hits. That's why I switched to Heavy Choppa-Rocket Choppa. These are a little bit more repeatable and you don't fizzle nearly as often. And as you can see here, not losing a ton of troops. So if you don't have instant training, this is a great way to attack bases. I had all of my troops available until the very end with the Kamikaze Flare. Again, not perfect on my part. I should be higher up in the ranks, but I'm literally just collecting chests here. At some point, I probably should put some time in to push, but have been a little bit late on that. Now, before we get into a live attack, I'm stuck on what to do next. Would love to hear your thoughts. Chances of me playing deep over the weekend are about 0. So I'm thinking that my next unlock are going to be critter launchers, but looking at who's attacking me, I haven't watched any replays to be completely honest, so critter launchers might slow Bullit down there on that front side. This person's using all Heavy Choppas and Rocket Choppas at the back with Bullit at the front and just trying to BART out an engine room, a second engine room towards the back. Decent attack. We were a bit faster though, so I don't know that critter launchers are going to be any use to us because everyone's not. Oh, there we go. Bombardiers. Against Bombardiers, maybe those critter launchers would be helpful. There we go. Left-hand side, bring in the Heavy Choppa. That's a waste of a Heavy Choppa. If you guys watched my video yesterday, that Heavy Choppa, Solid Snake would have beaten us if they would have just sent a boat of rifles up to the left-hand side or even used a shock on that left-hand side. So Solid Snake, that was a terrible choice. Maybe not terrible, but I hate the fake retreats. Anyways, if you're not sure what I'm talking about as far as that hit, do check my video yesterday. Hey, Arsto doing the exact same attack, exactly the same, but those 2 back engine rooms are so far from everything, and we got a little bit lucky. They flared back when they shouldn't have, should have trusted Bullit, or maybe used an energy drink. I don't know what ability they used, but I'm not sure that critter launchers are going to do any. I just watched my hit. That's not what I want to watch. I want to watch Reaper's hit just to see what troops people are using. It sure does seem like, again, against Scorchers, maybe critter launchers would be helpful, but I'm a little bit stuck. I've got all the offensive tools, maybe just need to get a few more defensive tools, and if we look at the tech tree, all we've really got is 1 cannon in there. We've got 1 cannon in there. Nothing useful there, so maybe, just maybe, I unlock those 2 cannons and then that's going to slow down Heavy Choppa-Rocket Choppa. Let me know in the comments what you think. Also know if I should be upgrading that shock launcher. I tend to leave my shock launchers at 4. I also tend to leave Bullit at tick 4 and even leaving Kavan at tick 4 for the most part because you don't get a ton of goodness out of that last upgrade. Let's get into it though. Okay, they got lots of boom cannons towards the back. That's a little bit unnerving. People starting to clue into this. Now, as a result, always consider going Seekers. Like, the fact is, we could probably, you know what? I'm just going to go back to Seekers for this base. And that is like important detail. Also, making sure we switch back to Taunt. As people start to move things to stop Heavy Choppa-Rocket Choppa, don't forget about what got you there. Seekers are always a great option. This engine room's going to get barred out. As a result, that shock launcher is not going to reach that back corner. We can walk through all of that stuff. This looks like a gimme, absolute gimme for Seekers, and as a result, I'm probably going to screw it up, but we'll find out here in a second. Just going to do a little bit of a hunt here for some shock mines back there. No shock mines to be seen. Then I'm going to drop Bullit over here and just flare back in there. We're going to throw one thing of those guys over there, and then we're going to throw this here. 1, 2. Bullit is going to come out taunting like it's hot, and then we're just going to hold. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. We're gonna then drop 1, 2, 3 over here and 1, 2, 3 over here, hoping that Bullit does what Bullit is supposed to do. Come on, Bullit, let's go. There we go. And now, last but not least, we just need to hang on back in there, hanging on back in here, and all of the things getting hit by all of our things, just crushing this base. Nothing standing in our way as we throw all of our GBE towards that final engine room. 3 minutes, 8 seconds. So I know I came into this video talking about Heavy Choppa-Rocket Choppa, but sometimes when life gives you lemons, you gotta make that lemonade. So let's see if we pulled off the win. 3 minutes, 8 seconds versus 3 minutes. So that's gonna do it for us. Thank you for coming in. Warships, warships, warships. That was not what I expected to do, but it kind of worked out well because as soon as you start seeing people moving all of their stuff around, don't forget those original attack strategies. You've got lots and lots of bows in your quiver. Don't be afraid to use them all. I'll talk to you soon. Thanks for coming in. I'm ZMOT. Peace.